Gemini, welcome to your weekly Sidereal forecast for July 20th to the 26th. My name is Athen. So a pretty straightforward week this week involving your ruler Mercury. A conjunction with Mercury and the Sun here midweek, and that conjunction will be trining up to Saturn, who's recently gone back into your fifth house to help you set some foundations with your self-expression, with your creative aspects of life, with your fun, joy, in life, basically anything that puts a smile on your face, so that you can enjoy these things in the long term. So that's been the overall energy with Saturn, but it will be activated this week, especially the early part when Mercury and the Sun aspect up to it. So basically it starts with on Monday and Tuesday the Sun trining up to Saturn. So there's this creative inspiration that's very disciplined actually this early part of the week, and you have all this activity right now in your first house, which is about your drives, your goals, your ambitions, things like that. You got Mars there, you got Mercury there. Should be a high time. You should feel a lot of energy in regards to pursuing those things, and this is a good week for that, with that positive aspect up to the Sun and Mercury. So with all this passion and things relating to that, this Monday and Tuesday in particular, it could be a good time to pursue those things, maybe even relating to communications or exchanges, correspondence, writing, reading, things like that, with the Sun ruling your third house. Then on Wednesday, Mercury, your ruler, trines up to Saturn, so you guys should be feeling quite disciplined in general to get those things done, taking care of whatever it might be for you. Very good practical mind to really assist you, and I think things around home and family should flow quite solidly this week with Mercury trining up to Saturn. So that's the early part, and then on Wednesday, Thursday, they conjunct, and when they conjunct, they shift into your second. So there's this definitive shift into the material values of life for you, which is about things like finances, things like your material assets, a simple life, enjoying the good meal, relaxation, things like that, which you'll notice that shift this week, and perhaps now learning more about that over the next few weeks, expressing yourself more in regards to these matters right now. With this conjunction, because this is, combust energy in Vedic astrology, so it's important to keep this balance, but still, nonetheless, you should have a good, strong expression about your values this week, an eager mind to communicate these things, and a lot of this, mental energy that can also be utilized in the things that you're really passionate about, because the Sun in the second house is really illuminating your values, the things you enjoy, the simple pleasures, and how to, make that into some sort of practical reality, which is your ruler Mercury. So that's that shift here from the first going into the second. So over the next 30 days, you'll notice a lot more of these things relating to that. You've already had Jupiter transiting that second house, so things over the past almost year should have been quite expansive relating to those material values and such, so furthering a lot of those things in general. Now do keep in mind, this is based on this whole lunar cycle which happened in your first house, so even this week continuing with those goals, those drives, whatever it is that you're working on or you're physically exerting, it's a good time to really utilize that physical energy, get active, stuff like that, especially with Mars still transiting that first house. So that's the work week. And then this weekend, we've got Mars squaring up to Uranus. So this is the challenge of the week. It's involving your 10th house and, of course, that first house. So Uranus in your 10th has been helping you guys mix up the career stuff so that it is more enjoyable for you. So you have more freedom there, and maybe even in your public life in some sense. So it's a liberating weekend for you to change things up and to renew your life in that area, and also just with you in general, with all this in your first house. Maybe also renewing your routine, things changing with that since Mars rules your sixth, and maybe even changing the way you, spend time with groups, or the way you give and contribute, and your ideals and visions could be changing in general this weekend as well, with Mars ruling that 11th. So the key here is over the weekend, being willing to renew, rechange different areas of your life relating to you, how you assert your energy relating to your routine and ideals, I think will be important. And also over the weekend, the Sun and Mercury will be sextiling up to the North Node, emphasizing that this year is about home and family, connecting to your roots and things of that nature. So supportive energy over the weekend for that. And then Venus and Uranus go retrograde at roughly the same time over the weekend. So now with Uranus for almost the next 6 months, and now Venus for the next few months, you can certainly learn more there's a lot of planets that are retrograde right now, so there's a lot of this, rehashing, and now with Venus, a very personal planet, should really emphasize that. So with Venus, this is reflecting on your values, reflecting on your self-expression, the values that give you fun, joy in life, and also your spiritual values as well, how to get more rest, relaxation, things like that are important to you. And also with Uranus, reflecting on things relating to your career, your public life. How are things changing there? Is there more freedom there? And how to implement that? These are the things to consider. But that's going to be going into next week. This week, the emphasis is definitely on that shift from the 1st to the 2nd with that trine up to Saturn. Lots of this disciplined energy. Even over the weekend, you can see that grand trine forming between Chiron, who is going to be forming nice aspects up to Mars. So it should be a nice healing week or weekend whenever you're asserting yourself and pursuing these goals and things. But taking it slow, staying grounded with Saturn is very constructive with that. And I think putting more energy into your values in life so that you can enjoy these things and connect to, those things that help you relax and connect to the material elements of life. So that's the week for you guys in a nutshell. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Have a nice week. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.